Hello, Minnesota. I'm Angie Windhauser, and I would be honored to be your next United States Congresswoman, District 5. I believe that you and I together can make a change in this state. Right now, we're dealing with an $18 billion deficit. And this happened because we allow the fraudsters to take over. Right now, Minnesota has almost no moral compass in its representatives. We need a change that will say, we represent the people. We care about our children. We care if there's human trafficking on our borders. We care about our budget. We care if our schools are riddled with violence and no education being taught. We care if our teachers are higher paid. We care if our law enforcement is paid what they're worth. They do step in front to give their life, just as the fireman or the firewoman, everyone on first responders list would give their life for you. So what we must do in turn is not only support them with upping their salaries, we must get rid of untruthful, lying representatives that stole the money to begin with. Right now, the taxpayer dollar is gone. The sharks are having a frenzy. They are using up the taxpayer dollars on frivolous, selfish means while the people are suffering. So the sharks have taken the money and ran, and they'll be back if you re-elect them. Meanwhile, the dolphins are caught in the net. The dolphins who were bullied into this fraudulent behavior, those are the ones that are in the net and in the snare. We need to get to the nitty-gritty and get rid of fraudulent, misbehaving politicians. They should be true public servants. I don't call myself a politician. I call myself a public servant because I am here to serve you. Everyone that is in this order must understand that we are not here soaking up taxpayers' dollar, getting a salary, and then go home. Put in a vote and then go home, and sometimes don't even show up for a vote. If we were on the job, if our representatives were on the job like they should be, then none of this fraud would go on. We would still have a surplus in Minnesota. We would still be proud to say we don't have any crime, or we have very little crime, and we have very small unemployment. We can no longer claim the rights to those things. Right now, we have people bursting into churches or boarding up the church doors and killing children while they're praying. Who does that? Only the devil. Only evil does that to a child. We must do better. But while we're fighting in the legislature, and while we're not reasoning with each other, and while we're calling names, children are being killed. Taxpayer money is gone. The moral compass seeping lower, lower, lower. And it's all because of the love of money and the money being taken by these sharks who do not care about you or I. The sharks only care about themselves. They are having a feeding frenzy, and we must correct that. Vote for Angie Windhauser. That's me. So that we can do a better job. So that this can be America, and so that this can represent everything that the Founding Fathers seen in this people, in this nation, so that Minnesota can't be the laughing stock of America, so that Minnesota is way back on top. Number one for raising children. Number one for embellishing and boosting up families. Number one for motivation. Number one on the moral compass. Number one for getting rid of human trafficking and crimes that don't do this state any good. We must do better. Make a change. Vote for Angie Windhauser and start the change. I want to be your public servant that works for you. I promise I will answer every phone call and I will be at your beck and call, because right now the representatives are ignoring you. The politicians don't care what you think and they don't care what you say. I promise when I take the oath on the Holy Bible that I will invite as many of you there as can fit in through the door at my swearing-in ceremony. I want you there with me from the beginning until the end. We're going to get this thing right. We're going to make it so everybody can get fish. Now, there are different levels of fishing. We all know that. But the whole pretense is that we must have the opportunities available for everyone to thrive. We cannot allow sharks to eat up all the money and then run and blame somebody else who's less powerful. We must do better. We must make a change. Don't put the same people back in to do the same thing, Minnesota. Vote for Angie Windhauser. And we will make sure we reach across the aisles for the betterment of the people. Thank you.